nearly $3 million to approximately 1,000 nonprofits, charities, associations, and events in more than 200 communities across Saskatchewan. So keep dancing, keep laughing, keep discovering, and we'll be there to help, to lend a hand, and join in the fun. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will, because we are dedicated to our home. To apply for sponsorship, visit sasktel.com/sponsorships.
Split him. Back line.
Welcome back to the SaskTel Curling Stadium, the SCT Players Championship live on Curling Stadium. My name is Jason Chang.
Yes.
We have semifinal action right now.
Yes.
Just starting out in the first M. Team Deis against Team Jacobson. Team Deis playing the red stones with last rock advantage. Team Jacobson throwing the yellow stones. And of course, we're pleased that you can join us. There is another semifinal game out there on the ice. Team Knapp against Team Sean Meacham. We'll keep you up to date on the scores on that side as well. Well, it's been a fantastic week of curling here so far in Swift Current Curling Stadium, of course, giving you live coverage. All the sheets, every single game. And now we're down to the semifinal matches here.
Line's good. Doesn't have to curl anymore. Roll.
Jacobson's got a couple of yellow stones in play. Guarding their rock now in the top of the 8-foot. Team Deis still has a couple corner guards to work with. I think he's got to have to deal with this center guard right now. Maybe try to peel it into the side yellow. Open things up a little bit. Potentially take advantage of those corner guards later on in the end.
Yep. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Really gotta go.
Makes the peel. I think that center guard's going to go right back up. Of course, lots of action this weekend in Saskatchewan. Of course, the women's Scotties happening as well, the Viterra.
Line's gonna be good.
Chelsea Carey, of course, already in that final, representing or trying to represent Saskatchewan for the first time at the Scotties. The men here at the Players Championship. Nice center guard. This was a triple knockout format. A, B, and C events to get to the playoff round.
Yep.
And there were 8 qualifiers.
Yep.
Quarterfinal
Yep.
action was earlier this morning.
Good.
Kelly Nat beat Ryland Kleider in one quarterfinal. Meacham over Gamble. Ryan Deis over the senior team, Max Kirkpatrick. That was a good tune-up and a great showing for Max Kirkpatrick. And Jacob Jacobson over Cody Hartung. And that's what sets up these semifinals here today. A little bit less dangerous situation now for Deis. That last peel did take off this side yellow. Trying to put the center guard back up. Not really curling up here.
You might actually squirt this in if you make it this way.
Sure, let's try it.
We had a look at the nose double.
Pretty close.
I'd rather not hit it on the nose anyway.
The problem with the nose double is you're going to leave that center guard back up, and Team Jacobson will just try to go around it, maybe putting it in a slightly better spot. So
Probably,
Ryan's looking at his options here.
no, I'd say third. Third.
Try to hit it on the high side as well, making the double across the face. A little bit more difficult that way, but you would lose the guard. A lot of weight here. Trying the high side, catches it a little bit thin, drives it by.
Has to curl. Yeah, curl it.
Keep throwing back these center guards here.
Hard. Hard finish it, guys. Come on.
At some point, probably on the last rock, assuming a double isn't made, probably will go in. But for now, center guard will do the trick.
You ever just come around our corner?
Good.
We're likely forced here anyway right now.
Well, the way this end's going, Ryan might be forced, so he could try to force the issue himself. If he's thinking that he might get forced to take one here by just peeling the center, he could get a little bit more aggressive.
I don't mind giving it a rip again.
Try to get around the corners. If you get around the corners in the 8 foot, you would be shot rock. You could also go around the center as well, maybe into the top 8 foot.
Yeah.
The peel or the run back, definitely the safer choice here, though. Peel successfully made. Leaves the red guard out in front. It's a bit off center now, so it is an improvement on the situation before, and of course the red guard now, if they go around, could run it back. Dustin Kaltoff throwing the skip stones here. They're down a player this weekend. Trying to get around that off-center guard. Comes up a bit short. Of course, you might know Dustin from the mixed doubles rank. He had a lot of success as well in the mixed doubles, playing with Marlies Kastner. Was at the World Championships a few years back. Well, here's an opening for Ryan. With that draw coming up short, opportunity now maybe to get a skips deuce here. Well, this stone coming in just a little bit hot, slips behind the tee line. It is buried, but they really wanted that to be in the top 4, the top 8 foot. And speaking of mixed doubles, of course, as we all know, the Canadian mixed doubles Olympic trials unfortunately were cancelled. Those were supposed to happen in Alberta. And so now everyone's eagerly awaiting what Curling Canada and the Canadian Olympic Committee will do with the spot. We also saw a number of cancellations of provincial Scotties in a couple of provinces, but there are a few provinces who have already played their Scotties, like in Manitoba, as well as some other Scotties happening across the country here this weekend, including in British Columbia, of course, in Saskatchewan. All right, important stone here for Dustin Kaltoff for Team Jacobson. His last stone. Wants to drop this one behind those 2 guards. Top of the 4 foot, fully buried. This one's hanging out there a bit. Probably means a bit heavy. Slides behind the tee line. Nudges onto that redstone, but rolls off, and now there is an opportunity for a quiet tap back. Well, this end really shaped up, not looking like there was going to be an opportunity for a 2, but after that run back was made, a missed draw from Dustin. An opportunity to strike first, and we all know how important it is to get 2 points with hammer. On the season, Ryan Deis' hammer efficiency is at 31%, and he's going to pad those stats here. Looks like in the first end, nice quiet weight hit, sticks around. That's 2 points for red, and a nice start in the semifinal.
A co-op is not a building. It's not a grocery store. It's not a gas station. A co-op is a group of people who come together to build up their community, to help their neighbors, to make a difference. And so, they start local businesses that are member-owned, businesses that give back. Western Canadian co-ops have been quietly doing it this way for more than 100 years. Well, it's time to speak up. It's time to celebrate. And it's time to see that there is another way. An alternative to big businesses that ship their profits out of Canadian communities. An alternative that is built for everyone. An alternative that is built on Canadian values. We are a different kind of business. We are member-owned. We are co-op.
We are a nation built by industry and driven by innovation. Forged with pride and domestically produced with engineered perfection, Leland Industries services agricultural storage needs as well as the commercial, industrial, and residential construction industry. Rural and urban contractors rely and depend on Leland Fasteners. North American manufactured with North American steel. Leland Industries, solidly connecting Canada.
Hi, this is Dustin Keltoff with Saskatoon Auto Connection, the mechanics you can trust. Come on, let's go for a tour through our auto care service center. We have great people and some of the best, most award-winning technicians in Saskatchewan. We have state-of-the-art equipment and tools, and we have a shuttle van and courtesy vehicles for your convenience. We also do remote starts. So call us today and we'll do a double takeout and get it done while you're in for an oil change.
Welcome back to SaskTel Stadium, the Players' Championship. First end, Team Deis got two to open things off. Team Jacobson throwing Yellowstones with Last Rock, Dustin Keltoff leading this three-man team. Meanwhile, in the other game, the other semifinal game, Kelly Knapp opened with 3 over Sean Meacham. It's a good start for Kelly Knapp in the other semifinal. We will have the finals for you later this afternoon, shortly after this semifinal matchup. So stay tuned in to Curling Stadium, of course the YouTube channel, and of course all the scores, results, and the links from curlingzone.com.
You like board or you like control? Control, okay.
Corner guard from Jacobson. Team Deis threw 2 redstones into the rings. Jacobson decided didn't need the second corner guard right now, and I agree. It's early in the game, only down by 2. Made a play on the rock in the house.
Yeah, gotta go. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep.
Looking to make a precise takeout here, I think. Crosses the face, pushes it through, rolls behind the corner.
That's good.
Nice shot, but there is now an opportunity for Jacobson to go around the corner guard with those red rocks spread out a bit and not in front of the tee line in front of the button.
Yep, a little bit.
Much less risky now to go around the corner.
Okay, line's good. Line's good. Getting tight. You're okay. Line's tight. You're okay. Full ball.
Nice looking shot here. Buried and second shot stone, so really nice shot.
Clean.
He's peeling off
Yep.
that guard.
Yep. 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 Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
looking for the hidden stick there, but that rock over curls may have been thrown a little bit soft. They were on it right away. Over curls, and now had a good opportunity to spread those rocks out. Try to get 2 right back, but that was an unfortunate miss. And of course, we've got to thank the crew backstage for bringing you this live coverage on Curling Stadium. They've been working hard all week, setting up these feeds, of course, doing the graphics, the audio, the camera angles, and of course mixing in the sponsor announcements to make this all happen. Thanks to the crew backstage. You know, Rory McCusker, he's been working very, very hard. Not sure if a triple is there, but double certainly is. There's a couple of ways to make a double. That would be the option, I think, if you're still trying to blank the end. Dustin Kaltoff maybe motioning, you could also freeze. You're looking for a hit and roll here. He's going to catch a little thin slide right under. Didn't make either of the doubles. Pro side miss probably would have been trying to hit it a little bit thick. Try to keep the shooter around, because right now Team Deis can just place a rock wherever they want, and I think right in the top of the house or maybe just outside. Very tight guard.
I'm good with that too. I'm good with them.
Let's go over there.
They talked about throwing the tight guard or maybe one right in the top of the rings, but they decided to split the rings, put one on the other side of the 12-foot. Would certainly set up a very good force situation here. Team Deis got into the semifinal, opening the tournament with a loss to Owens, but then 3 straight wins to qualify out of the B-side, including a victory over Jacobson in that B-side final, 7-3. So this is a rematch of that match. And of course, they won their quarterfinal match earlier today against Max Kirkpatrick, 7-3 as well. Just hangs on the back side of the 12-foot.
Pretty hard to get a good
for
shot out of it.
Team
Just gotta
Jacobson,
feel it. I think I like freezing here or here. Okay. Light top forward.
yeah, the blank is not looking like a good option at this point with 3 red stones in the rings fairly well separated. So I think now you're going to try hard and see if you can generate a deuce. How you do that is making use of those red stones in the rings. So try to lay down a 3.
Mine's good. Mine's real good. Mine's perfect. Curl a little bit. Curl, curl, curl. I really won't. Just around it. Yeah, get around it.
Didn't curl up as much as they were hoping for, and then at the end they were trying to go around that red stone to the back of the 8-foot. Maybe missed that call just a little bit as well. If they caught that earlier, they could have swept a little bit harder and get that partially behind.
Like a 7-5.
Yeah, Ryan, nice hit and just rolls right out of there. That's what he wanted to do. He didn't need to keep another red stone behind the tee line. It just makes it harder for him on his last rock, as he's likely going to be blasting again. Dustin's going to try to play that same freeze that they just called. Try to get the line a little better. The wave was pretty good on the last attempt. Just curled a little bit too little for them. Team Jacobson came through on the C side. Opened with 2 wins against Andrews and St. John. Then a loss to Knapp and Deis, but a win over Owens on that Seaside final, and a victory over Cody Hartung 6-4 earlier this morning in the quarterfinals. That's what brings them here to the semifinals. Dustin drops another draw short, and if you remember the first end, first rock of his as well dropped it short. So I'm not sure if he's just not quite feeling the draw weight there, or whether that rock maybe is a little bit slower. They'll have to keep an eye on it, because that's the second time he's dropped a draw short on his first rock. He's going to have to draw again on his last stone, so...
Where are we putting it, Ryan?
Dustin's going to have to figure it out on that last rock. The top 12 on the center line. Slips in just a little bit deeper, and I think maybe Dustin's relieved that maybe he doesn't have to draw on his last rock. Has an opportunity to make a quiet hit. Probably needs to get the double here, but those 2 rocks pretty close together, so relatively speaking, a easier double. These 2 teams very well matched up over the years. They've of course played on the SaskTour for a long time, and they tended to split their records against each other. Of course, the curling zone statistics telling me that they've played 13 times in recent years, splitting the record 7-6, Jacobson with a slight advantage. Dustin Kaltoff now needs to make the double, stick around. Nicely thrown, well executed. Dodged a bit of a bullet there in the second end. Dustin Kaltoff makes that double and stick for a single point. Cuts the deficit to 2-1 after 2 ends of play.
So the difference is Infinet gives us a direct fiber optic connection. Therefore, we have lots of capacity to deliver every packet. And Optimum in-home Wi-Fi uses band steering to deliver consistent performance in every room. That, combined with the bandwidth of Infinet, means that we can have all our
Infinet is fast, it's consistent, and direct to our door.
or 2.4 or 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi.
Enjoy the speed of Infinet with the coverage of Optimum in-home Wi-Fi.
Trust. Trust your family, the foundation of your operation. Trust. Trust your neighbors, always there to lend a hand. Trust. Trust your wisdom, passed on from generation to generation. Trust. Trust your intuition. It's usually right. Trust. Trust your dreams, especially the big ones. At MNP, we believe trust is earned. We're here for you and your growing business. Visit us at mnp.ca.
D-line back, we're back eight, we're heavy. Yeah, we're heavy. Talk, Kayla.
Welcome back to Curling Stadium, third end here of the Players' Championship. Team Jacobson got their single point in the second end. Throws up the center guard. Deis Rock slips into the ring, side of the 12-foot, and I'm expecting being down by a point without Fast Rock. Team Jacobson skips this weekend by Dustin Kaltoff. Just gonna play a quiet hit, stick around. We don't feel like they need to be too aggressive here in a one-point game early. Trying to hold the line here. This one's really curling on them as well. Makes contact but rolls out. And I was expecting Ryan to get rid of this center guard. Has an opportunity with the lead to keep this end very simple. Either take the blank. Be a nice time to get the blank. You'll get Hammer back in the evens if you do that. peel, and now nothing in the rings, nothing in front of the rings, so barring a mistake, this end is shaping up to be a blank. Meanwhile, quick update over on the other semifinal, Kelly Knapp from Regina, Sean Meacham from Swift Currents, and after giving up 3 to Knapp in the first end, Sean Meacham comes back with 3 of his own in the second end. That game's tied 3 apiece in the third end of play. Back on our sheet, Team Jacobson puts up the center. He's of course open for a missed peel, maybe a nose. That could generate an opportunity to force again, but
Really gotta go here. Really gotta go. Hard. Scale into anything.
This is for a good corner, I think. That's good. That's good, Ray.
I think the peel didn't quite roll out completely. And I think Dustin's going to make use of this corner. It's unusual, of course, for a team without Last Rock to draw around a corner, but in this situation, they know what the stats say. They want to really force Ryan here into one rather than giving him the blank.
Line's good. Toby has to curl. Yeah, curl it, if anything. I'd like
Quinn and Jake Kersenborn playing lead in second for this team, Team Jacobson. Of course, Dustin Kaltoff in the house this weekend. Mostly open, so Ryan's going to attack this rock, make the hit, try to stick around, and roll towards the center. Makes the hit, sticks around, biting the back of the 12, and that's quite important for Ryan to keep the blank alive. If you had rolled out there, Team Jacobson would have gone around that corner again and tried to bury it a bit better. This forces Team Jacobson to make a play on the backstone. Makes the blank opportunity a little bit easier for Ryan. Looking at the season stats, Team Jacobson, they've done an okay job without Last Rock this season. Force efficiency, 56%, so they've been able to keep your opponents to a 1, 56% of the time, and they've actually stolen 36% of the time. So those are really good statistics, and that's what leads you to a 27 win and 9 loss record this season. They've been having a really good year. Ryan Deis, 21 and 19, so maybe not quite as high win percentage as they would have liked, but they're here in the semifinal and has a 2-1 lead, so that's what matters the most. Well, a bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, I like it.
At the Team Deis third. We talked about how important it was to hit and stick around. To help you with your blank attempt, but now with that rollout, Dustin Kaltoff is going to try to get that force going around that corner guard. Line was good, but again, Dustin's coming up light with his draw. And again, that's that first stone that he's throwing. Happened 3 ends in a row now, so not sure. Again, he's not feeling the draw weight yet, or whether that stone maybe is just a little bit slower. Well, with Dustin's rock landing as a corner guard, looks like Ryan Deis is going to try to draw around. Maybe he's having another skip's deuce here. He wanted the point. He could have still maybe drawn to the other side, the open side, full eight, and hope that Dustin couldn't make a hidden roll behind the corners.
T-line. Stay close. T-line. We're T-line. T-line.
They would like this rock to stop in the top of the rings, but slips a little bit deep. Gives Dustin an opportunity to redeem himself here. Draw around that corner guard, sit in front of the red stone, get the force this way. Weight looks better this time, 14.7 on my stopwatch, hog to hog. It's kind of on the corner. I think you can cross the face and push the yellow stone out and get your 2 again. Here we go, third and final stone. Deis up 2-1. Opportunity for a back line wave. Tap. Try to get 2 points again. They look pretty happy on and off of it. Now trying to get it to carve in a bit. Makes contact. Looks like They didn't squeeze the yellow one quite far enough, so I think that's just one for Team Deis.
Trust. Trust your...
Pair up super fast internet and incredible TV for applause-worthy savings.
We are a nation built by industry and driven by innovation. Forged with pride and domestically produced with engineered perfection, Leland Industries services agricultural storage needs as well as the commercial, industrial, and residential construction industry. Rural and urban contractors rely and depend on Leland Fasteners. North American manufactured with North American steel. Leland Industries, solidly connecting Canada.
Back here in the fourth end. Team Deis, we can confirm it was a single point, just didn't curl enough on his last rock quiet tap back to get the 2, so just 1 point. 3-1 after 3 ends of play. Team Jacobson with Lasto now. Down by a couple, I think he's going to want some corner guards here. See if he can generate some offense. Really interesting how that last end shaped up. With nothing in the rings for a while and nothing out in front, looked like a blank for sure, and then one kind of a half shot on appeal by Team Deis. Didn't roll it all the way out, left it as a corner. And then the force was on, and kind of a half shot by Dustin gave Deis an opportunity for a skips deuce that just didn't curl quite enough. So that just brings us to the 3-1 scoreline you see. My name is Jason Chang. Thanks for joining us for the SaskTel Curling Stadium SCT Players Championship. Semi-final action over on the adjacent sheet. Team Nap, Team Nation, a single point of the third end, so they are up 4-3. Team Nap with last stone advantage. And the semifinals of the White Terra Scotties in Saskatchewan also happening right now. It's 3-3. Penny Barker, Amber Holland. Two, of course, very well-known names on the women's curling circuit in Saskatchewan. They're tied at 3, playing 10. Penny Barker with the last rock. And, of course, the winner of that game will play a couple times Scotties champion Chelsea Carey, now playing with the Jolene Campbell team out of Saskatchewan this season. Good sweeping from the Versicorn brothers. Drags that right behind the corner guard. Almost full 12 foot.
I don't mind this. He's guarded this one though. Yeah. I like to see him turn. finish a little. Yep. Both of you.
Well, Team Deis had the option here to, did not actually have the option to peel off the guard because we're still the 5 rock free guard zone rule. Under the 4 rock rule, you would have seen that corner guard disappear, but under the 5 rock rule, of course, having been played over the last few seasons, you can't do that. And of course, Yellowstone perfectly buried, so can't really chase that either. So really, the only option was to play some sort of a guard. With the 5 rock free guard zone coming in a few years ago, it's really made hammer a lot more important. It's much easier now to score 2s, 3s, and even 4s because of that ability to throw a second corner guard without it being peeled off. Or in this case, they didn't even throw up a second center guard, or corner guard rather. They went around perfectly and can't really do anything about it. But now, of course, with a 2-point lead, you are going to make a play. If you can peel off the corner and roll it to another center guard, that'd be very good. Looks like this one's going to roll right out.
Good shot, Grady.
We almost played this. No, you don't. You need a boat, like heavy half. Yeah, you can. Is that what you want to throw? I think I like half. Yeah, throw the straight one. You like this ice? Yep. Clean. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. No. Yep. Yes. Hard. Come on. Go. Roll it in.
Trying to play a tap and roll the shooter into the rings. The shooter does roll in.
It's on.
Sitting second, third, and fourth stone now, Team Jacobson. Not a bad situation. I think Ryan's got to have to make something different disappear here. There's too many yellow stones now hanging around. Kish asked to play a control weight hit, roll it. Looks like he's a little bit on the wide side here. Makes the nose hit. I think we normally see Dustin throwing the second stones. But some of the teams with some different lineups this weekend, some COVID rules in play, and therefore a bunch of teams having to play with 3 players or have some spares. Grady LaMontagne playing with Team Deis this weekend. I think he's throwing the second stones, but in the house, slicing.
Line's good, little full. Easy, easy, easy.
Of course, it's going to take a full couple years for curlers and curling teams competing on the tour
Lots of room. Lots of room.
under this COVID pandemic.
Line's coming in nice.
It's also great to see that these events can happen safely. Example here, of course, at the Players' Championship, the Saskatchewan Viterra Scotties have gone on without a hitch. And of course, we, as curling fans, should just hope that the rest of the big events this season can also go off without a hitch. Of course, the biggest one being the Winter Olympic Games in Beijing, coming up in February. Of course, Canada has two great representatives on the men's and women's side, Brad Gushu on the men's side, and of course, also an Olympic champion, Jen Jones. And of course, the mixed doubles team still to be named. Again, trying to get a quiet hit here. Try to get on the inside just by the guard. Rolls it to a corner freeze. That's a really nice shot there by Dustin McCush. Getting late in the end, they decided they needed to make a play on the shot stone. Yellow onto the red, makes the shot, but I think they wanted to roll the shooter a lot further than that and try to split them up.
Feeling the crotch is really good. Feel him in the crotch?
Well, you gotta be careful. You don't want to hit this first in the crotch. I like hitting this one a little bit first and down there. Crotch stuff in the same spot. Just touch this one. Yeah. Well, actually, want to hit a little bit more. Quarter? Quarter's fine, yeah. We won't jam with quarter. Okay?
Upweight right in the crotch peel, avoids the jam, nice shot. Red's still sitting 3, so good opportunity now to get that force. There's still a chance for Team Jacobson to maybe generate a deuce out of this situation. We're looking at that hit on the shot stone, roll it around behind their own Yellowstone that's just nibbling the top of the 12. If they can make that roll, they probably will sit shot stone. Looked like it curled more than they were expecting. That's the comment from the ice.
Roll half.
Couldn't get it around, and now Ryan's going to make the hit. Roll it back towards the center line. Get it about half buried, for, but even if you get it full buried, I wouldn't be disappointed in that. I'd like to make Dustin throw a draw here because he's missed a few draws this game. Nice nose hit for Dustin Kaltoff halfway through the game. Team Deis 3, Team Jacobson 2 as we head into the fourth end break.
It's time to give your old phones a fresh start. When you donate your old phones at a SaskTel store, we put phones and phone cards into the hands of people in transition shelters fleeing domestic abuse and youth transitioning out of social services care. Be the reason behind someone's fresh start. Learn more at SaskTel.com/fresh start.
Hi, this is Dustin Keltoff with Saskatoon Auto Connection, the mechanics you can trust. Have you heard about the VIP program at Auto Connection? Our $49 annual VIP membership is good for servicing all the vehicles in your household and gives you huge savings like 30% off labor, 10% off parts, free windshield stone chip repairs, and much more. Hurry hard to Saskatoon Auto Connection to get the best deals on oil changes, maintenance, and major repairs from the mechanics you can trust.
Hi, I'm Kurt, and at Flamin, we offer a variety of services to keep your trailer road safe and road ready. Whether it's trailer maintenance, an inspection, a repair, warranty, or upgrades, you can trust our accredited locations to give you the service you need. So whatever your trailer needs are, we've got you covered. Contact your local Flamin dealer to see how we can help you today.
Halfway through the game, Team Deis with Blast Rock up 3-2 over Jason Jacobson. In a pretty low scoring game so far, other than the 2 points that Team Deis opened with. Singles since then.
A little farther over. Okay. Wait, same weight's good. I think it'll be this. Yeah. Same throw.
Double center guards played by Team Jacobson now into the second half of the game, down by 1. They know they really need to start putting some extra pressure on Team Deis. See if they can get a steal here, or definitely need to try to generate a force at worst.
down. Top 8, top 4. Shot, Caleb.
What do you guys like here? I don't mind this or this. Yeah, I like that. I don't think we really have to go for the double. No. You want to throw this or this? I think maybe.
No.
Okay.
Pretty big roll.
Yeah.
And this just in, Kenny Barker. Next round victory over former champion Amber Holland, former Saskatchewan and Scotties champion Amber Holland in the semi-final event by Tara Scotties. So Kenny Barker, she'll play Chelsea Carey in the Saskatchewan Scotties final, a rematch of the 1 versus 2 game.
Nose is fine too. Yep. Really gotta go here. Really gotta go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, that's a bit of a miss here by Team Deis. That rock over curls. You lose your own redstone. The yellow one jams. And now an opportunity, Team Jacobson, to make use of those double center guards.
Which rock is this? 4. Okay. Mine's good. Easy. Mine's real good. Easy. Easy. Mine's real good. Curling. There. Okay.
Don't want to touch it.
Okay. Don't have to. Curl it if you like. Yep. Yep. Hurt. Hurt.
Nice draw there. Top of the 8 foot, fully buried.
Yes, really gotta go. Whoa, 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 roll it off. Okay.
Grady makes the peel. I think they were hoping to hit it on the high side and maybe drive it sideways, catch the rock in the house. Probably throw one more guard here. Keep those double centers up front. It's your best chance to generate a force.
Looks over.
Mark the hole.
As high as you can.
There's a little bit of a stagger on these guards now, and I think they're going to take a run at the
Like 80%.
I'm gonna try to hit 4/5 of the rock, I think, 80% of the rock. With that stagger, you can definitely make the double peel and roll the shooter out, maybe even drive it back onto the shot stone in the rings. A big weight peel here.
No. Go, Kellen. Go. Yep. Perfect.
Gets the 2 guards, catches the Yellowstone in the back of the 12. That's a bonus for sure. Cleaning up the mess a little bit. That'll make Ryan happy.
A little tight. I think it's okay though. Line's good. Line's good. It's not tight. It's gonna have to curl. Yeah, curl it. Go, go, go.
Put up the center guard,
Hard,
though.
guys. Come on. Push.
You're still
Never
trying
inch.
to get
Come
the
on.
force, or
Never
maybe
stop.
even a steal here, so
Straight up.
What you got? Quarter. Okay.
How high is that guard? How high is the guard?
Right there, just appeal.
I don't mind trying it. I just threw it. If I feel like I'll throw it safe.
Good. Top 8 rock. Let's just peel it. Just peel.
well, Dustin wanted to make a run at the run back. The guard is a little bit high, so maybe just the straight peel is the safer play. You don't want to jam it dead and leave the guard out in front. If that guard were a little bit tighter, maybe a 3 guard, a tight guard, they probably would have made a run at it, but with it being halfway, this is a bit of a safer call, but also very prudent under the current circumstances. For Team Jacobson, at least one more guard here. Skips first stone, Dustin Kaltoff. One of the last stones this weekend.
Line's okay. Line's okay. Yeah, got a curl. Really got a curl. As far as it goes. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Dustin jumping up to sweep. Not unfamiliar with doing that, of course, playing a lot of mixed doubles. You would do that a lot when you throw your own stones and jump up and help out on the sweeping. They did a great job of carving it in there. It's a good spot. Decision time for Team Deis. Do they continue to peel? If you peel, you're probably forced. You could be aggressive and try to go around to the top of the forefoot. Or you could take a run at the run back as well. They are going to play the peel, I think, here. Another nice throw from Ryan. Ryan's been playing very well this weekend, and certainly in this game, he's thrown the rock extremely well. I think they've elected to play the tap back, thinking that that's their best way to steal, and I would agree with that. The line wasn't quite right. They make a bit of a split. Team Deis will have an open hit, try to stick around in the forefoot, pick up a single point. And for Team Jacobson, if they get the force here, they won't be too disappointed with that situation. Try to do something with hammer in the 6th end. Again, another well-thrown stone by Ryan Deis. Hits and sticks right there, picks up 1 point, extends his lead 4-2 after 5 ends of play, but for Team Jacobson, a job well done. They get the force, they've got the hammer back as they go into the 6th end.
We are a nation built by industry and driven by innovation. Forged with pride and domestically produced with engineered perfection, Leland Industries services agricultural storage needs as well as the commercial, industrial, and residential construction industry. Rural and urban contractors rely and depend on Leland fasteners. North American manufactured with North American steel. Leland Industries, solidly connecting Canada.
Hi, this is Dustin Keltoff with Saskatoon Auto Connection. When I'm not working hard on my curling delivery, I'm working hard on making Auto Connection the best auto service center possible. I started our service center in 2018 because it's hard to find an auto service shop you can trust. At Auto Connection, our core values are honesty, integrity, and transparency. We're happy to text you photos or videos of your car's problems to help you make better, more educated decisions. Saskatoon Auto Connection, the mechanics you can trust.
Swift Current is affordable and safe, offering a high quality of life with a robust business environment, diverse economy, and thriving arts, culture, and recreation scene. We want it to be that way for generations to come. Good financial planning is a big part of that. The city is responsible for providing services that have a big impact on everyday life. Electricity and clean water, curbside waste collection and disposal, transit, new roads, intersections, and stoplights, road and sidewalk maintenance, street sweeping and snow plowing, police, fire, and emergency response, bylaw services, parks and trails, swimming lessons, summer kid camps, and other recreation programs, playgrounds, splash pads, golf courses, and arenas, our library, art gallery, and museum, festivals and sporting events, and much more. City Services provides the foundation for Swift Current's safe, healthy, and growing community, and will help us achieve our vision of 25 by 25. Approximately 61% of your property taxes remain with the city. The rest is collected on behalf of our local school divisions. Other sources of revenue include utility rates, government grants and transfers, and revenue from our own sources. We plan our budget carefully to help make the decisions about where, when, and how your money is spent. To learn more about Swift Current's budget and services, visit swiftcurrent.ca.
Welcome back to SaskTel Curling Stadium here at Swift Current, the Saskatchewan Curling Tour Players Championship. Broadcast live. My name is Jason Chang. Team Deis with a 4K lead over Team Jacobson. Now playing the 6th man, Team Jacobson with last stone advantage. And if you're just joining us, Dustin Kaltoff taking the reins of skip duties this weekend for Team Jacobson. Dustin, not only a great curler, but also pretty good on the commercials.
Line's good. Curling now, getting tighter. Yep. Okay. Well, got room then if you're that way.
2 line back 4.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, go. May as well. I'm going to sit on the nose here. Yep.
Well, the Curling Stadium technology brought to you by Curling Zone. Really revolutionizing the way we broadcast curling games.
Just off
Still tapping the yellow.
or T-line.
And SaskTel, of course, the sponsor of Curling Stadium in Swift Current, as well as in Martinsville. I think there was a 3-year sponsorship agreement, and of course, that allows Curling Stadium to bring you the incredible live coverage of all the tour events that are happening in Swift Current and Martinsville. Of course, you would have joined us earlier this season for a few events. And the great thing about the technology is let's stream every single game on every single sheet simultaneously. So you never have to miss the action of your favorite teams. Trailing by 2, Team Jacobson, they're looking to generate some offense here on an even end. Remember, these are 8-end games on the tour, so they're in the 6th end. They'd want to score 2 here if they can. Definitely try to put points on the board.
Roll half here.
Makes a quiet weight double, sticks around. Nice throw there.
I just like board. Like 11 and a half. Yeah, halfway's good. Little firm. Over there. Close. Yep. Yes. Mark Kalin. Mark Kalin. Mark. No roll.
Brady sparing for the Deis team this weekend, being asked to make a hit and roll over. Good attempt. Just rolled a hair too far.
Down and top this. Roll in.
got on the wrong side of the corner freeze.
Right? Come take a look at this. Just throw it around.
You can probably see all the yellow there too, which is.
I'm thinking like, you know, you throw back line and hit half rod. You roll to here. You probably bump this one to here, and this one out to there. That's pretty good.
Can I get eyeless? You make that though?
Oh, sure. Back line.
It's either that or the draw, but whatever you're seeing.
Back line.
Yeah, the Team Jacobson rock just slipped too far. They were sweeping it hard to get it by the guard. Landed a little bit deep. They are shot in second shot, but Team Deis now playing here on the red stone. I think they're going to try to eliminate one yellow stone and then roll towards the center in front of the yellow stone that's on the button. So red onto yellow, kill the back one, roll it towards the center. Just rolled a hair too far. how to attack this situation. Team Jacobson, I think, looking. I thought they were trying to make a bit of a roll.
It's I like.
Actually, it's a little thinner than.
Yeah, I like the intern though.
Whatever turn it has.
I like the intern. It's kind of hard to.
Okay. I was kind of thinking out turn, but.
I like the intern.
Okay. You like it? You like normal or you like peel?
I like the
Okay. Maker. Let's go quarter. Quarter.
Okay, guys, intern peel.
Well, you can hear from the players. They're calling it an intern peel. Quarter of the stone. Trying to make the double. Pretty thin. But the rocks are pretty close together, so that makes it a little bit easier. Nice shot, and with that big peel weight and the lively rocks, the shooter spins its way out. Ideally, they would have liked to keep the shooter. They could have hit it a bit thinner. The shooter may have stuck around. Still a center guard and a corner guard to work with. Dustin Kaltoff asking for the draw around the center here. This is the last third stone, so coming down to the last few stones of this end. Team Jacobson still opportunity to score multiple points here. Need to get one in a good spot.
Line's good. Line's real good. Roof. Roof. Not finishing hard here.
The ice, from what I've observed, have been fantastic. Lots of curl, the speed quite quick. Nice draw there. Mostly buried.
Pretty touchy spot here. It's pretty good.
Really two options here. One is play the run back, red guard onto the yellow. If you can stick it right there, you could be buried. The other option is just to play a freeze on top of the yellow. The scoring area is pretty small right now with that yellow stone biting the top of the button. If you can freeze right on top.
This could be a fast spot.
It'll be a very small area for Dustin to draw to on his last rock. And if you make a nice corner freeze, you could make a play on it on your own last rock for Ryan. So the freeze or the corner freeze, probably just a little bit easier than that run back right now. Really nice line there. Sweeper's dragging it to the top of the 8.
Good rush, guys.
Jacobson having a fairly lengthy discussion of where they want to throw Dustin's first stone. I think they've elected to go behind the tee line. I think that's probably your best bet. If you want to try to have it go out of the 3, go behind the tee, maybe just nibble the back of the 4, or even in the full 8, and try to be first and second shot. Get it as buried as you can. Have to be precise though. If you end up being a bit short, you're going to leave a double, and then you're not even going to get your 2. Right now, you've got a pretty good chance at getting 2. Hard to line here. Chip off the top one. Rolls it to the side of the 4. They're sitting shot in second shot. They've probably rolled it far enough to avoid the double. That's the good news. The bad news is Ryan does have a shot off of this stone on the side of the 4, and he could roll it onto the pin. And really shrink the scoring area. Without last rock, up by 2. His final stone of the 6th end. Hits it, rolls away. And here's the chance that Dustin Kaltoff's been waiting for. Opportunity to score 2 and tie the game. Fight the 4, not even fight the 4. He's taking a little bit more ice than he just took. The last rock curled a little bit more on him, actually crashed onto that stone in the top 8 foot, that red stone, so he's wanted to make sure he gets by cleanly. Just a straight draw. Put it in the 4 foot. Tie this game up. Playing short-handed this weekend, the Jacobson team. Skipper, Jason not there. Dustin Kaltoff jumping up, helping to sweep this rock. They need 4 foot. And that's unfortunate. I think that one comes up a bit short. So it's a single point for Team Jacobson, 4-3 through 6 ends of play. 2 ends left here at the Players' Championship, semi-final action.
Hi, I'm Kurt, and at Flamin, we offer a variety of services to keep your trailer road safe and road ready. Whether it's trailer maintenance, an inspection, a repair, warranty, or upgrades, you can trust our accredited locations to give you the service you need. So whatever your trailer needs are, we've got you covered. Contact your local Flamin dealer to see how we can help you today.
Trust. Trust your family, the foundation of your operation. Trust. Trust your neighbors, always there to lend a hand. Trust. Trust your wisdom, passed on from generation to generation. Trust. Trust your intuition. It's usually right. Trust. Trust your dreams, especially the big ones. At MNP, we believe trust is earned. We're here for you and your growing business. Visit us at mnp.ca.
Well, we're into the last couple of ends of the SaskTel Curling Stadium Saskatchewan Curling Tour Players Championship semifinals. Team Deis, Team Jacobson. Close match right now. Team Deis with a 4-3 lead and last rock advantage in the 7th end. Team Jacobson skipped by Dustin Kaltoff this weekend. Opportunity for a draw for 2 in the last end to tie this game up. His draw weight just hasn't quite been there this game, and that's what's made it difficult for him to get multiples on the board. Came up short once again. Happened a few times this game. But still a couple ends to go. Try to get the force here. Come home with last rock, try to get 2 or 3.
Go. Can't hurt it, can't hurt it. Can't hurt it, can't hurt it. Keep it going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Team Deis, they've played very well this game. After getting 2 in the first end, they've really controlled and dictated the play for most of the ends. Never really getting themselves into serious trouble.
Line's good. Easy. Easy.
The only miscue was that last end, giving up an opportunity or 2 for Team Jacobson.
Still has some curl. Take a deep gap.
Yep. Good, good, good.
Center guard getting peeled off. Meanwhile, in the other semifinal match, Team Knapp against Team Meacham, that is now a final. Team Meacham with 3 in the 5th end, a steal of 2 in the 6th. They win that game 9-4. Sean Meacham, they are into the finals. Again, the finals coming up on Curling Stadium, 4:30 Central Time. And of course, the winner of this game, Jason Jacobson, will be in that final against Sean Meacham.
Curl.
And of course, you can subscribe to the Curling Zone YouTube channel, get all the alerts for the live streams. Of course, curlingzone.com. They've got all your scores and statistics, and of course, the links to all the live games. guard goes up, and the guard disappears once again, and I think you're going to see this continue for the next couple of rocks. Well, Curling Stadium now in 7 facilities. Started out in Lane in Minneapolis in the US as the prototype. Of course, Curling Stadium SaskTel here in Swiftburn and Martinsville. We've also got cameras overseas in Dumfries, Scotland. Those now are online down in Western US, Southern California. They're going to get their cameras installed very soon, and also North Bay and Leduc. Cameras on the way over there as well. North Bay, Ontario, Leduc, Alberta.
Could have been real bad.
Of course, getting this technology in allows you to stream all your league games as well, but of course, when there's tournaments like this, a very professional production can be made and streamed out to all the fans. Be able to recognize the sponsors as well. Of course, can't do this without the sponsors.
Yep. Good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
We talked earlier about the Saskatchewan Scotties, the Viterra, happening also this weekend. Penny Barker winning the semifinal against Amber Holland not too long ago. We'll meet Chelsea Carey. Yes, Chelsea Carey playing out of Saskatchewan this season with Jolan Campbell. BC Scotties also taking place this weekend, and another name I won't say from the past because she's continued to curl very well. Marianne Arsenault now out in British Columbia, skipping the team formerly skipped by Kelly Scott back in the day. You remember them. Gina Schrader, Sasha Carter. Renee Simons. They're in the final against Kayla McMillan. But thanks for joining us here on Curling Stadium for the SaskTel, the SCT Players Championship. Best teams in Saskatchewan on the men's side, battling out for the Players Championship crown. And of course, many of these teams are looking forward to the Saskatchewan playdowns. And I'm just receiving a message through my feed that it looks like Marianne Arsenault may have just won the BC Scotties. Is going back to another Scotties Tournaments of Hearts, this time representing BC and bringing along some for the game in Gina Schrader, Sasha Carter, and Renee Simons. Sasha Carter, Gina Schrader, of course, they took some years off after that team disbanded, but wow, the motivation to come back and making it to another Scotties. And Marianne Arsenault, timeless herself as well, with all those Scotties wins and appearances with Colleen Jones, and of course with herself as a skip later on. Well, Team Jacobson got a little bit of a break there, and now an opportunity to put some additional pressure on to Team Deis. They haven't been able to put too much pressure on Team Deis. They had a good end set up last end, and now looking to generate a steal. It's a good setup right now. skip stones now. Dustin Kaltoff looking to put another rock into the rings. Drop it in the top of the forefoot behind cover. That's the way to do it. Dustin's been struggling with his draw, particularly the weight. He's come up short 4 or 5 times this game, but that one is perfect. No better time to get your draw weight right near the end of the game.
Yep. No, you're good. You're good. Keep going. Hard to roll.
Put a straight peel here.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just tell you, I think. I mean, yeah, right here. Well, I like the same height.
Team Jacobson, they're going to guard this situation. And assuming the guard is made, I'd expect Brian to try to draw for a single point, and even if he doesn't get the single but can cut them down to 1, I think he'd be pretty pleased to have Hammer Tide coming home. So Dustin Kaltoff, making sure this is a guard. I don't think he wants to slip this into the house. If he slips it into the house, my expectation would be that Ryan will try to play some sort of a triple.
That's the curl. Got a curl, Lyle. Really got a curl.
Straight to it. Straight to it. Come on. Straight to it. Come on.
Both sweepers on the right side of the rock, trying to get it to carve over. Needs it to cover at least a good chunk here. Gets it maybe a quarter buried, but I think you can still see enough possibly to make the double.
Taking one's better than not.
Just there.
100% there is best, right?
Normal, I think it's pretty close. Yeah, let's three quarters. Okay, it's right here. What are we trying to get? Yeah, hit the. It's hard to get. Do you want to only hit score, or do you want to?
I'd like to score here.
Okay, let's score here. That's what you make it. It's normal.
2/3.
9.
2/3.
Anything about 2/3 or 3/4, try to make the double. Get your 1, even if you only catch the top one and pick it out. Giving up a steal of 1 isn't terrible here. There'll be Tide coming home. But they are playing it to try to get the double. And final stone, Ryan Deis. Looking for a double. Try to extend his lead. Nice throw. Will the shooter stick around? Just rolls out. They were thinking the shooter probably will disappear, and it'll be a single point, and it is. And they will take a 2-point lead. Going to the last end, Team Jacobson with last rock.
Not.
Trust. Trust your family, the foundation of your operation. Trust. Trust your neighbors, always there to lend a hand. Trust. Trust your wisdom, passed on from generation to generation. Trust. Trust your intuition. It's usually right. Trust. Trust your dreams, especially the big ones. At MNP, we believe trust is earned. We're here for you and your growing business. Visit us at mnp.ca.
So the difference is Infinet gives us a direct fiber optic connection. Therefore, we have lots of capacity to deliver every packet. And Optimum in-home Wi-Fi uses band steering to deliver consistent performance in every room. That, combined with the bandwidth of Infinet, means that we can have all...
Infinet is fast. It's consistent and direct to our door.
Or 2.4 or 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi.
Enjoy the speed of Infinet with the coverage of Optimum in-home Wi-Fi.
Actually bite the fours better.
Here we go. We're down to the wire now. 8th end of the semifinal here at the SaskTel Curling Stadium Players Championship. Team Jacobson playing Yellowstones. They've got last rock, but they need 2 to tie, 3 to win here in the 8th end. And thanks for tuning in. If you're just joining us, my name is Jason Chang. We've seen a pretty good game so far. Team Deis just a little bit more precise. They've scored the only 2 of the game right in the first end, and they've been able to carry that lead through the rest of the game so far. And waiting in the finals already, Team Sean Meacham. They beat Kelly Knapp in the other semifinal, 9-3 and 6 ends. So they're eagerly awaiting who they might play. And those finals will be live on Curling Stadium, 4:30 Central Time. Curling Stadium, this streaming technology, the cameras. Got to give a big shout out to the crew backstage. Rory McCusker, James Gordon, Jerry Gertz, doing all the hard work, making the players look good, and of course, giving you these angles, the feeds, the audio, so we can bring you the action from the ice to your device, wherever you may be.
Probably this side, and I think that's the easier roll. Yeah. What are you thinking? Like this side?
Right here.
Oh, short.
I don't love tapping.
Oh, he's coming. Okay. I don't want to be too tight, otherwise they roll our shooter in, right? Yeah. I'd rather go a little bit higher. Right on the side? Yeah. Okay. You want to stay on that side of center, though? Split. Or do you like the attempt at the split?
Don't left split. I think you need a guard here.
Okay, all right.
Well, with the 5-rock free guard zone, we've seen 2-point leads without hammer being quite scary. See a lot of threes pop up in that 8th or 10th end. You see a number of the top teams in the world, like Team Kui and Team Nicodine, even prefer to be 2 down with rather than
Mine's good.
being a tied without.
You're a little long here still. You're deep. That's okay.
And the reason is you get to play 2 corner guards for free under the 5-rock free guard zone. Those are the 2 yellow stones that Team Jacobson has played. And Team Deis can't remove them until the second stone. The 4th stone that they're throwing is the first time they can actually remove them. And needing to score 2 to tie, 3 to win. Dustin Kaltoff skipping this team Jacobson rink. They're short-handed this week, but playing here
Clean
to
it
the
up, clean
semifinals.
it, clean it.
They're going to make a draw around one of their corners.
Okay, line's good. Easy, easy. I'd like to see you curling it, if anything.
It's really nice.
Curl it. Yeah, you're wide open right now. Yep, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Keep going, never stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good shot. Fully buried.
No, it's
You're
not
gonna see
bad.
the
It's
guard
actually if you
disappear
do
now.
this. Move this to here. It's not bad.
I don't mind it.
What's that?
Still plan for the straight rip. You don't want to get cute nosing it or anything.
No. But that'd be the ideal situation there. But still heel. There's a good chance you lose your red, or unless we stuff it. I think we still got to peel it. It's just, you know, this ain't bad if we do this. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's play for this. Peel, yeah. About a third.
Task number one is to make the peel. But they know that with the other corner guard there and already one yellow stone in the rings, they want to try to rearrange their red rocks a little bit, try to cover the scoring area a little bit more. They hit it a little bit thin, goes right through those two red stones. They talked about maybe caromeling off their red guard or running into the red stone at the top of the rings to try to cover a bit more of the forefoot. Team Jacobson now, they're going to make use of the other corner guard, try to go around there. If they make it around, then they're going to be sitting two in the rings.
Line's
Team
good.
Deis can hit the open one, but you can go around again and they'll have two rocks behind the one corner guard. So that's the power of this 5-rock rule. When you throw two guards up, you can get 2 or 3 rocks buried behind a single corner guard if you execute.
Curl it, Jake. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Both you go, both you go, both you go. Far as you can, far as you can, far as you can, guys.
Hit the open one. Yes, they're second, yeah. You can probably roll in for second, okay.
Good shot. Yellow is second shot stone here.
Straight to pocket, I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, I think we roll out. Okay.
You can hear the discussion there. Yellow was second shot and the team was saying, well, do you want to roll in to set 1-2 again? But Ryan astutely pointed out that if you roll in, you're just creating a pocket at the back. And he didn't like that situation, so he prefers the roll out here. Hit here. I actually didn't mind the rolling in. Creating the pocket in the back of the 4, yeah, it can get you into a little trouble. It creates an area for yellow to get in, but at the same time, you could draw the play to the middle and shut down the scoring area. So either way, could have worked. Most important was to get the hit.
We gotta really make all 3 of these go away. So can't go there. We can go here. They may try to freeze us. If they do, it's pretty bad. We can bump it. It's not bad. think those are the two shots. You freeze or you bump this. Freeze is pretty good. Because if you bump it, they can peel it. And then you want to go here, they'll always have this. So I think you freeze right here. We take our chances. Whichever one you want to throw, just tell me. We don't have to curl like crazy, so it's a pretty good rock to throw the 5.
Well, you heard the discussion there. They're calling for the freeze. The other option was to bump the redstone back a little bit, try to sit first and second. The good thing about the freeze is there's no way for Team Deis to hit the stone out. The downside risk is, and this is what Dustin was saying, the risk is Team Deis can lock another freeze right on top. And then your rock around the corner is basically useless.
Hold on, can't touch it. Don't touch it. Still there. 14-0.
Touch all you got, Ryan. All you got.
They're calling 14-0,
Hard,
and that should be
right
a little
out.
bit
Come on,
heavy.
hard,
Probably
hard,
back
hard.
12 weight with the 14.0. It does chap off the redstone sticks around. Sticks around for second shot, actually. So yellow is second and third. Red is still shot stone, and it's a tricky situation again for Team Deis because you don't want to leave that yellow stone there, but what do you do with the shooter? Just roll out?
Yeah, just get rid of her. No, we're not three. They're two.
The nice thing for Team Jacobson in this situation is the 4-foot is very open, and so there's lots of room to score the 2 points. Even though red is still shot rock right now. Hits and rolls out.
Just freezing.
Back 4?
Yep, back 4.
This is the last third stone for Jake Hurstcorn, Team Jacobson. Looking for the freeze again. Want to take a few feet of weight off of it compared to last time.
Mine's really good.
Gotta go wait.
Go.
They're working hard, but this one looks like it's going to come up a little bit short here. Top of the 4-foot.
Chop is there. We got big, right?
Control weight hit.
Oh yeah, good point. Let's probably pick it, eh?
So.
Freezing? This you're sitting two.
True.
You freeze, what is this? You could freeze, yes. I don't mind that. Like, you get here. Oh, well. Don't mind that either.
What do you
Well, I guess if you go here, he's coming here. And then we're gonna have to freeze on it, eh? Okay. So I'm not sure if that's the play.
I'm kind of thinking the control weight quarter rock. Maybe go back.
got about a half. I'll see from the other end what I can see more of. You have half. This.
I don't think this is in a terrible spot. I think you just quarter raw.
We've seen this turn a few times already. We've thrown this spot. Pretty straight. We've seen this spot. Yeah, we know this spot.
I think we know this one too. It's you gotta have at least a 2/3, a third.
Just stick for a second.
We had half, Ryan.
Okay.
Control.
Which one do you like?
I don't like hitting the red. I like hitting the yellow. This is really tough. If you're anything thin, you're not. And then it's just one straight
I don't
up.
think you'd miss it thin. I don't think you're always toxic. Always not. Yeah.
I think you have more of this one as well. You have a little bit more room. But. Pick one, Ryan. Pick one. Pick one.
I think we go with this one probably because he makes a good freeze then, or comes here or whatever. Then I freeze on him, right?
I don't think you throw it super hard.
No. Kind of wait. I like control here. That looks close. Yeah.
Well, they finally come to a conclusion here of what to do. They're going to just play the control weight pick on this yellow stone that was just thrown. I don't know if you can hold it to stick around for second shot on the side of the 8. It might be tough to do that, but just getting rid of it, and then they would expect Team Jacobson to draw in again, maybe make the freeze in the back, and then they would just cap it off right on top. They were debating whether to run the red stone in the top of the 8-foot into the yellow. The outcome is better if you can make it and stick it right there, right? You're just sitting behind cover, first and second shot, but it is a harder shot. Nice throw. Hits it, rolls out. That was the call. And now where do you go with this skip stone from Dustin? I think the problem with freezing now to the back one is Ryan Deis is just going to freeze it right on top and you won't even have a chance to score your 2. So I think you don't want to be frozen to the back.
Like if we go here and he freezes us, we lose 1 point.
Yeah, I like top 4, top 7. Top 4. Okay. Sounds good.
You're trying to get in. Well,
So I think they decided to come in top 4. Get it fully buried. If you can get it fully buried behind the center guard, that red stone in the top of the 8-foot is less usable, because if you try to make the raise on that, it could jam the yellow stone in the top 4 that you're going to just play now onto the back rock. So I like this call. The other call was to draw kind of half buried on the other side of the 4-foot, half buried behind that top 8 stone rock. Then it's hard to pick out because it might jam on the back redstone as well. So they looked at a couple of those options, decided that this was the best call, and I like this call because they've been playing this side of the sheet all in, so they should know the speed pretty well here as they're switching sides.
Yep, hard line. Hard!
Well, the draw troubles for Dustin have crept back in there. That one maybe a hair on the light side, over curls. Nicks the guard.
Line 3. Assuming he's second.
Is it?
I think this is the play.
Is it crazy to just throw like intern, heel cross, make sure one of them goes? It's hard for him to remove that. If you throw heel here and remove one,
It could be very detrimental if you ever.
how is this ever detrimental?
You can't lose.
If you're hitting this way, you're never losing. I just would hate to give him something for 3.
He has no chance for 3. There's no chance for 3. That nose is pretty good. You need to do this. And
I don't know if I love that nose thing. I throw heel, like, make sure you hit outside.
Okay, let's
You can win the game.
You know what? I don't mind this, guys, because I just need to get this. I don't have to even kill both of them. I just need these 3 to be 3.
If this 3 jams here, what is it?
Okay, let's hit the third. We're playing. Yeah, cross top. Yeah. Here. Like third.
Yeah, quarter.
Am I getting close to that guard with that?
I don't think you're ever touching.
No.
I don't think you're.
We touch the guard with flash. I think you're right. Yeah. You get any cross?
What kind of weight are you throwing?
Third. Left.
Chance to win the game right here if they can make this double. They wanted to eliminate one of the yellow stones at the very least so that there's no way they could lose the game. They never really seriously considered maybe just drawing on the other side to the forefoot. I'm really not sure there's an opportunity to make that yellow stone that's on the top of the ring, the one that they're hitting right now, ever count for 3. So I'm a little surprised they didn't have another look at just capping it off on the other side. But still wait, try to get it across the top, spin it out. Well, when you can throw it like that, they make it perfectly. It's pretty darn good. And they've run Team Jacobson out of stones here with that double. Team Deis, they're off to the finals of the SaskTel Curling Stadium Players Championship. And they're waiting in the final already, Team Meacham, who defeated Team Knapp in the other semi-final match. Well, great game for Team Deis. They got the 2 early in the game in the first end. They really controlled the game throughout. Never gave Team Jacobson much of a chance. Dustin Kaltoff had an opportunity in the 6th end to draw for 2, came up short, and that was the story of the game for him. He just didn't quite have his draw weight throughout the game. But a good performance for them, making into the semifinals of another tour event. Well, that brings us to the end of our coverage for the semifinals. We will have the finals on Curling Stadium live at 4:30 Central Time, so please join us again in a little bit of time. But on behalf of the entire Curling Stadium crew, Rory, James, Jerry on the back, my name is Jason Chang. Thanks for joining us, and see you at the finals.
We are a nation built by industry and driven by innovation. Forged with pride and domestically produced with engineered perfection. Leland Industries services agricultural storage needs as well as the commercial, industrial, and residential construction industry. Rural and urban contractors rely and depend on Leland Fasteners. North American manufactured with North American steel. Leland Industries, solidly connecting Canada.